know, it felt a little bit awkward yesterday that we didn't get to see any of what I would consider the real content for Azamina, but it's here. You guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome content. The madness of Diabellus, more Azamina, Snake Eyes, and Goblin Biker support. So starting off here is the queen of the Azamina. And we knew that there was something lurking deep in the wellspring out here of the lore, but this is actually really cool to see that we finally have manifested this side of the lore. So this is going to be a level 8 Dark Illusion monster, and with 2500 attack, 2000 defense. And this is always treated as a Sinful Spoils card. That's very interesting, actually, but it makes sense because she is the Malice. And you only use the first and second effects of this card to name once per turn. So if this card is sent to the graveyard or banished from your hand or field by an activated card or effect, you can special summon this card. I love the fact that it specifically says banished. Hey, you wanted a method to play underneath Shifter? This card brings itself back. When your Azamina or White Forest monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you target a Sinful Spoil spell trap card in your graveyard and add it back to your hand. Now, I'm not too much of a fan of that recursion effect, because the only thing that this card really cares about is it's a Sinful Spoils that you can technically search, and if something is sent to the graveyard, it can plop on out as an extender for you. It's also level 8, so you can technically make overlay with some of the cards in order to make this. Seems pretty gosh darn good. Now, this is probably your worst fear come true. This is the Snake Eyes fusion, and this is a contact fusion. That's going to be the first thing I'm going to tell you here, is you're probably just going to be like, really? Like, we had to, yes, it is a contact fusion on a 3K. Alright, so this is going to be a 3025, and it is a dragon, by the way. And it is a Snake Eyes monster plus an illusion monster. Or, so you can either fusion summon this with a Snake Eyes or an illusion monster, or you can special summon it by sending 2 face-up monsters from your spell and trap card zone to the graveyard. That's completely generic for the secondary effect, I guess. Sure. Then you can only use the effect of this card's name once per turn. So if this card is special summon, we can target 1 face-up card on the field, place it face-up in its owner's spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell. This is just, I'm going to be honest with you, this is literally just a big, glorified Flamberg Dragon. They decided, hey, we wanted to make a Flamberg Dragon that's a contact fusion so that all of you Snake Eyes players out there have easier access to make this. Also, it being a 3K, definitely ramps up the support for this. For sure. Like, this is a gosh darn good card, in my opinion. Like, this is how you make things, and you make them look gosh darn good. Alright, now, how this card, how this didn't get printed, yet as a QCR, or as like a higher rarity slot. This card, first of all, 0 attack, 4000 defense. That's a lot, okay? And it is a level 10 Dark Illusion monster. So this is also completely a generic super poly target. This is a level 6 or higher fusion monster, plus a level 6 or higher synchro monster. It does not care if it's a synchro dragon. It doesn't care what it is. If there's a level 6 or higher fusion on the field and there's a level 6 or higher synchro, congratulations. You're plopping this thing out. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn for Saint Azamina. So your opponent cannot target this card or cards they control and cards in their graveyard and banishment with, actually, it says cards they control, cards in the graveyard and cards in the banishment with card effects. Also, they take any damage that you would have taken instead. Why does this card just do so much? Alright, and if this card was fusion summoned this turn, quick effect, you can special summon a level 9 or lower Azamina monster from your deck or action. Why does this card say no targeting across multiple dimensions of things here? And why does it just let you cheat out a level 9 or lower Azamina? Especially from the extra deck. This card is nuts, to be honest with you. Like, it's a completely generic card. It is... Y'all crazy, Konami. You made some monsters today. Oh, Goblin, or this would be, so this is the Kick-Ass Goblin Bikers. So this will be the Gone Wild Goblin Bikers, I'm pretty sure, on an actual Exceed mod. I love this, by the way. So it's a rank 6 with 2,500, 2,000 defense, and it does require 2+ level 6 monsters to make. This boy fat, all right? This card's good. So you know usually first effects this card's once per turn. So you can target face-up monsters your opponent controls up to the number of goblin monsters you control. Detach Exceed material from your monster, and if you do, attach those targets to this card as material. Okay, so if it's a 2/2, you're sucking up 2 cards your opponent controls onto your field. Sure. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of Goblin Exceed monsters you control. So if you've got 2 goblins on the field, you can target 2, detach 3 materials from your monsters, and if you do, send those cards to the graveyard. That's pretty good in my opinion. I like the fact that we have a card here that just, basically since goblins are going to be putting up huge amounts of monsters anyway, you've now got an easier access point to clear those things. Like, 2,500 is not great for a rank 6, but I think that this card being generic, especially being able to, you know, have both of these effects basically be active during the opponent's turn, also this being generic is also pretty gosh darn good. Now, Azamina Unleashing. I see that Mommy went to town here. She's the Sinful Spoils are not having a good time here. So this card is always treated as a White Forest card. Okay, sure. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So, target cards on the field up to the number of fusion and synchro monsters, fiend, illusion, and spellcaster you control, and in your graveyard, and return them to the hand. Okay. You know, this is, I guess White Forest needed a potential large compulsory evacuation device, but okay. And if this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a monster effect, you can set this card back to your field. Ah, yes, recurable assets. The one thing that my White Forest deck actually wanted to be using. I'm glad to see that we've bridged the gap between like the White Forest stuff and this now. Like, we're actually we're finally at the point of bringing this stuff together in terms of the lore, and I like that a lot. These cards are pretty good. I have no problems with any of this. I'm happy to see that we got, you know, who you know, lies at the end of the Sinful Spoils out here, and you know, Snake Eyes Damn Dragon is pretty cool. Yeah, this support's amazing. That's all I gotta say. Leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.